It is so worth it. I'm better tell you why you should actually be looking forward to that type of pain and why it can actually propel you in life. Who am I? My name is Jay. I help young men with recurring sexual problems through mental and identity switches. And I talk about my experiences and all of the shit that I've been through, gone through, and I break it all down for you guys. Everybody's felt the pain of blue balls at least once or twice. Out with a girl, she doesn't give it up, or for some reason you just don't finish. Like you just feel the pain, and it's just fucking horrible. I'm saying it's horrible. I don't like the pain. I don't like the way that it feels. But recently, something that I have found, I was digging on YouTube, and it's like this concept of people already know like semen retention, but like apply that concept to while having sex. It is completely different. The first time I had seen this concept or this idea was by this guy named John White, I think. He talks about sexual kung fu. After I saw it, I decided to apply it. And let's get into the story. I was regularly seeing this one girl. I actually genuinely like her. But on this day, I just didn't want to see her. I had told her I'm gonna see her. It's like one of those things where you already say yes to something, but you don't actually wanna. You didn't actually like want to go. You just had to say it just to like calm her down. And I did one of those things. Don't do that. I'm already in that mode of like I'm just trying to bust a nut and I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. I'm not really trying to stay and cuddle. I'm not really trying to do any of that. All I really want to do is just get a nut off. That's what I really wanted. And so I get there. She knows what she on, and I know what I'm on. We get to it. We go in my white truck, the infamous white truck. And let me put up a picture on screen. It's, that's the white truck. But we get to it. There's this spot, AMC. Nobody ever said nothing. Cops have came, I think, twice, but I got out of there before they even caught me. But we get to the AMC, and I'm not in the mood. I'm not feeling it at all. I'm starting to actually have like thoughts of I don't want to do this, bro. I had like other thoughts. Like I was supposed to that day. I was supposed to work out. I was supposed to eat clean and everything. And I know I was not gonna fulfill that today. I knew I was like she was distracting me from my priorities. But that's on me. I really can't blame nobody. But that was on my mind. I remember having the one thought. John White, like he said, do this. He said like you're supposed to not come. That you're not supposed to finish. And I'm like, interesting. They're interesting. So let's try it this time. And the first step to trying that was like breathing. I can always talk about it like breathing. So the type of breathing was like okay, the type of breathing was like you go like you bring in the breath, you hold it at your stomach, and then you slowly like bring it down. Something like now, you could probably imagine that is fucking difficult to do while you're fucking. And yeah, it is very difficult. Step was to feel present in the moment and to just like exist with only her and me and nothing else. That part I completely failed. I was like thinking about other stuff like what I was gonna do after this shit. Like I'm just trying to go home. Like again, I'm just not feeling it. And I'm struggling to arouse and get like in the mood, get the shit flowing. After doing some more breathing, I was able to like calm myself down and get into that flow state that I needed to be in to be at 100%. This was one of the first times where I experienced like a this level of flow of energy that like surged through my body. I was in the mood, and ready to go. As we're going, I start to realize like I'm breathing how John White told me to breathe, and I feel myself like breathing like that, like subconsciously, and I'm like, holy shit. And I start to feel like an animal. I don't feel human anymore. All I start to feel is just like the energies flowing between her and me, like in and out. In my energy would go to her, and then every out, the energy would come back to me. Before that, the energy would only float around like my genitals. It'd be just at the bottom, and then I'd just like let it out at the end. But this time, I didn't. I felt like I was close. I slowly stopped. Started to control my breathing a lot better. I was able to unlock this like level of like like power, bro. Like I was able to go in like in and out, like with such like power and ferocity that until that time I had only been able to tap into one time. But the last time I did that, I told the story before, I wasn't able to like control it. I almost, I think, lost my mind. It was a feeling of like, now I'm like losing my breath. Just, it was almost a feeling of like, if you've ever taken mushrooms, like that feeling of like ego loss. That is what happened last time. I wasn't able to like harness the energy that was given to me by her in my own body. But this time I was able to harness it and make it flow throughout my whole entire body, and it was just like such a like surreal experience. The only thing that was really between like in my mind, just her and me existed in like this world of like black. Nothing else existed, and it was just so like unreal. And I was like, holy shit, like what is going on? Where am I? And it was like so amazing, and it was like so surreal, man. But shit. And come to find out, later on, I would stumble upon a video called Sexual Alchemy, like a 50 minute video or so. And it was like a specific ritual that you would do to enter this state. And it almost lined up exactly how I had done it. And I was like, that's what it must have been, like sexual alchemy, that like that feeling or like that flow of energy. And it was just fucking amazing, man. Like I don't know how else to explain it, but it was great. Sexual alchemy itself, it also is like a practice of teachings of like you're not supposed to finish. The woman isn't supposed to finish, and the man isn't supposed to finish. And I mean that sounds cool. Like everybody, like oh I don't finish. I'll like, go on for hours. But that's like not the point. The point is to like flow energies, because after that, like as we slowed down, I felt like I could conquer the world in that moment. I sat up. I don't know if I recorded the video or not, but I think I did. Maybe I did. I don't remember. But it was just so like I was so like the world was mine to grasp. I could really just do whatever I really wanted. Nothing could stop me. And I just had that like power, that feeling of power, of like unstoppableness. I remember looking at the tree that was right now. I think it was a cherry blossom. It was raining that day as well, so I hope nobody saw. But I remember looking at the tree, and it was just so like magical. Colors just seemed so bright in that moment. Even though it was like so gray outside, I could see clearly. Like it almost felt like a fucking superpower. I literally don't know how else to explain that. How else to explain this like magical or like feeling that I got from this like experience. So everybody is always just talking about like oh like semen retention this, semen retention that, but like it is important, but it's like another fucking level. Like yeah, like you could just hold your nut and just sit in there, but can you fuck and then hold your nut in and then gain that energy and use that energy to output and like build your life up? That's the next fucking level. Like I'm still learning all of this type of shit, but that is so like cool. Like the sexual power, like sexual energy transmutation is all like the basis of how like man like the warriors and people but like our ancestors were able to like conquer shit, like make shit, invent shit, all because of this like sexual energy that they had and used upon. Your seed is very fucking important, like preserve it. Unfortunately, later on that day, I did fucking ended up busting a nut. I know, like fuck. I was like upset about it, but from that day, I still continue to try and like understand that like what makes that to continue to tap into that energy, that high frequency energy to be able to like conquer and be able to do more. Because I think that is the reason why like the greats were able to do so much. Like Alexander the Great, he conquered so much shit at my age. Like, that is unbelievable. Like, and I'm sure, like, how did he do that? Must have been through like the sexual energy that he like held, or like was able to transmutate into like the physical world. Use that energy, that sexual energy, to propel yourself forward, bro. Well, that's the end of the video. I hope you learned something. Keep going and become unforgettable.